Brought to you by...
In one night, everything can change. The story can turn back a few pages. The new life that you had chosen to begin can come screeching to a bitter end. In one night, the horrors that you have told yourself were just make-believe for so long can rear their hideous faces and bare jagged teeth. Hello friends and welcome back to ETF. Today we spend a little more time in the territory of anthology, limiting our focus to one night in October. Strange things are happening to the residents of a suburban town, who are tormented by a series of murderous characters, both real and supernatural. As their tales intertwine, they weave together a haunting, inescapable night of terror. This, by all accounts, is not a film that I would call perfect, in any sense of the word. In fact, it is far from even thoroughly enjoyable. Despite opening with some beautiful cinematography, the film could use some much stronger color grading. The contrast throughout felt severely lacking, and much of it felt significantly flat for my personal taste. The narrative's pacing suffers poorly in the edits, which doesn't help the extremely amateur performances or writing stand out in any real way. Much of the dialogue felt as if it came from the first draft of the script, something that should have been punched up as the filmmakers came closer to production. The editing style of this one felt very rigid, cutting from person to person as they exchange each individual line of dialogue. To me, this created a disconnect that kept each scene from flowing naturally. When it comes to the talent on display here, I'm sorry to say, but I wasn't made aware of much during the runtime of this film. Each actor delivers a highly unremarkable performance with almost zero emotion in their delivery. To be honest, it's hard to talk about this one in any meaningful or detailed fashion. There are many issues regarding the way that this film is pieced together. There are issues with audio being out of sync, cutting in and out at random. Apparently, everyone in this town leaves their lights on all the time, even if they're not home. Gorehounds will be sad to know that every single kill in this film, no matter how simple, takes place off-screen. This was likely done to keep the effects budget down to an absolute minimum of blood and whatever they could find at a Halloween shop. This film has an interesting concept, and there is a clear intention to craft a single running narrative that is built from multiple stories that are all taking place on this same night. They also attempt to flip each story on its head, making the would-be victims turn out to be the ones that we should fear. However, they lay on the mystery and foreshadowing so heavily that it's easy to spot from a mile away. A decent job was done making each of the crazy killers unique in their own right, bringing some variety to the stories presented in the film. However, the intent alone sadly just isn't enough to keep this one from mediocrity. Unfortunately, this film is desperately trying to be more serious than it actually is. I'm giving One Night in October a D+. This is one that I was really hoping would be better than it was when I went into it. I understood from the jump that it was going to be an independent and low-budget event, but I feel that more effort could have been brought to the table to tone things back and create a more entertaining narrative. If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you'd like to show your support for the channel, please consider checking us out on Patreon, where every pledge, no matter how small, goes right back into the channel, to help keep fresh content coming your way. As always, don't forget to subscribe, stay spooky, and I will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching.